Hello students, welcome to Science and Tech series with Dr. Vivek Rana. Hope all of you are doing well and your GS preparation is on right track. So UPSC mains have from GS point of view have concluded and we have clear idea from which sections questions are being asked. Make sure you have not gone through the paper, you should ideally go through it so that you can identify which sections are important from mains perspective. Although there was no surprise from Science and Tech this year, we had expected questions on artificial intelligence, on Chandrayaan 3 success story, and also there was significance of microorganisms from biotech section, which was all. And there was once again an overlapping question with environment, the significance or advantages of e-vehicle technology, which falls under section of emerging technologies. So today, we are not going into the main part. We are focusing once again on the next year prelims part, which is scheduled to be held on May 26. So topic for today's discussion is from oceanic research, one of the themes of science and tech, which at times have been ignored from main section. But in prelims, we have seen in last 5-6 years, at least couple of questions have appeared. Basically, this year, a major mission is underway, and next year it will be dominating headlines more or less during the time period of prelims. So, we'll be decoding Matysa 6000 from prelims as well as mains perspective today. Now, the name, as it suggests, if you have gone through it, this specific current affair, you will be easily able to associate with the relevant theme. In case you have skipped this current affair, then the examiner might take you to some another dimension and might try to confuse you with some, you could say, some confusing options. Like they might say there is a mission called, this is a new mission which is catering to blue economy with the special emphasis on, you could say, mining, or you could say capturing fish, because Matsya in Hindi translates to fish and it's also referred to the avatar of Lord Vishnu. So here, and the number itself can mislead you to some other topic, that it's a new biotech variety, or you could say gene edited some specific variety of transgenic fish, which is mainly manipulated using gene editing or RDT technology. So here, as we have said, this is oceanic research theme. Here, the Matsya 6000 is nothing but a submersible vehicle which has been developed indigenously for Samudrayaan project. So basically, the main theme under which this current affair fall is the upcoming major landmark mission for Ministry of Earth Sciences, Samudrayaan. So we have seen how ISRO is captivating, you could say, general common masses by keeping straightforward, easy to understand names. We have trilogy of Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, and in future we are Shukrayaan, the Venus mission coming up, and also there is a Gaganyaan mission. So basically, this mission is more or less on same, you could say, cost angle and analysis, and it is likely to have a significant outcome almost of level of, you could say, Gaganyaan. Now, Gaganyaan, if you have not gone through, is India's first ever space mission in which we are going to send 3 Vyomnauts, or we could say the astronauts, into the low Earth orbit, almost 300 to 400 kilometers for a period of 5 to 7 days, and it will be first ever manned mission in which a half female humanoid robot, Vyom Mitra, will also accompany. So the earlier milestones, as we have seen, were mainly associated with Russia, USA, and China. It will make India fourth country to do it. On that background, the name Samudrayaan was quoted by Ministry of Earth Sciences, as the name signifies Samudra means ocean, and Yaan is referring to some vehicle. So finally, they have unveiled the name of the submersible vehicle, and they have strategically given the name Matsya 6000, as the name suggests it is going to be underwater. So they have touted it similar to a fish, or we could say Lord Vishnu avatar, and 6000 is the depth at which this submersible vehicle will go. Now, this depth is quite significant because when we cover our defense section, there's a specific theme related to nuclear and conventional submarines, and we do some specific example like INS Arihant, INS Arighat, or recently the Scorpion project in which Kalvari, Khanderi, Karanj, Vela, Wagir, and Wagshir were covered. So basically, those submarines go at the depth of 300 to 400 meters. But in this case, we are going to go quite deep into the Indian Ocean, and that depth is what this figure is suggesting, 6,000 meters. Yes, you have heard it right. Just like Mount Everest, one of the tallest peak in the world, is 8,000 848 meters, 56 centimeters. In similar way, this is going to be an underwater expedition which will face some challenges, but finally some humans are being prepared, and this vehicle has finally been prepared to undertake this milestone mission. Because even though in developed world this is not something new, we have recently seen even a tragedy unveiling in name of Titan. Bishop is compared to you could say that in contemporary Titanic, but still there is no deterrence to human spirit, and we are ready to go that extra mile for economic as well as you could say milestone purposes. So in this mission, the three individuals will go under 6,000 meters for a duration of 3 days, and this is where this vehicle technology comes into picture. And India has finally indigenized this specific theme as well. So India would be will be decoding significance. It will make India one of the few first ever developing country to undertake such a mission on such massive scale. Now, coming to the implementing agencies, because we have seen in UPSC at times the factual nature of the topics are also asked, so they might try to confuse you with that which is the specific, you could say, Earth Sciences organization which is undertaking this Herculean task. So we have seen that National Institute of Oceanography, National Center for Arctic and Antarctic and Ocean Research, or NIOT, which we cover, are the main agencies which work in the hindsight of this, you could say, Earth Sciences theme. So out of these agencies, it is the NIOT Chennai which is going to undertake this task, and this is the organization which is in background has worked in the dynamics of creation of this machine. So National Institute of Ocean Technology Chennai, we have to mug up this fact from the prefactual part. The cost is just comparable. You can say for this particular vessel, which we are submersible vessel we are undertaking, is 350 crores. Almost you can compare it to Chandrayaan 1 cost or Mangalyaan cost, because Chandrayaan 3 was also around 600 crores. So quite it is a costly project. Overall, the allocation to Samudrayaan was quite liberal. Almost 4,500 crores have been allocated for this ambitious mission, because in a way it was mission was to be launched as a tribute or to commemorate India's 75 years of independence, the Amrut Mahotsav. But due to some delays, logistic challenges involved in technology taking place, so it's quite now delayed from the specific year. So basically the cost we can say roughly is 350 crores, and in larger purpose the 4,500 crore project is Samudrayaan. Now, objective of this mission is quite straightforward. It will make India first developing country to undergo underwater at a depth of 6,000 plus meters. But this is not just a mission in which you are want to just grab the headlines on front page that India is the first developing country. It has some economic angle. We have seen that India is on path of achieving, or you could say realizing, ambitious vision of realizing the true potential of blue economy, because they sees, and India has a quite a major advantage of vast, you could say, coastline, and it which is almost 7,156 kilometers, and the EEZ which we any country gets allotted is 200 nautical miles. So basically, in this purpose, India has a great opportunity to mine not only some strategic assets like rare earth elements, because Indian Ocean, like any other ocean, is also rich in polymetallic nodules. These are potato-shaped nodules which are manganese rich, but at the same time they have associated some strategic metals like nickel, cobalt, and which are quite critical for e-vehicle technology as well. So basically, we are going deep to undertake a, you could say, literal survey of what all resources are there, and so that in future we can mine them to our advantage. Also, this ecosystem is rich in biodiversity. Some unique flora and flora experiences are likely to be encountered, and it will give our further understanding of this rich, you could say, marine biodiversity in Indian Ocean. Also, there is a component of oil, natural gas, petroleum. Even though we are in phase of decarbonizing our economy, and such reserves are not going to make major difference, but still there's no harm in currently in transition phase to get some additional headwind hydrocarbons as well. So we can say that this mission is going to be quite an economic one, unlike the Gaganyaan mission, which is only going to send cosmonauts for 5 to 7 days. And a lot of people are going to make a lot of hue and cry that why you are undertaking this manned mission after already it has been taken by multiple developed oceans almost 50 years ago. But in this case, this mission since has economic significance, so they are expecting that it should get the same recognition as Gaganyaan, because almost the logistics are same. 3 individuals in Gaganyaan, 3 in Samudrayaan. They are going at the height of challenging task of low Earth orbit. They are going under depth, which is even more into the 6,000 meters. They are going for 5 to 7 days, whereas in Samudrayaan they are going for 72 hours. Because even though the you could say endurance of this Matsya 6,000 is almost 90 hours, but still we are not going to push to the extreme in first ever mission. So it will go sea trials in 2024. If those are successful, eventually it will undertake the major mission. So it is going to be a game changer if we look at the economic dimensions of this mission. Now, coming to the significance part, as I have highlighted, that this is a terrain which is only dominated by a developed nation. So basically, we are showcasing the technology demonstration to the rest of the world, especially developing countries, that it's worth exploring the ocean domains, and you could say harnessing blue economy in right direction. And India has a distinct advantage of the long coastline it has, and such missions, if undertaken frequently, can alter the geopolitics as well as economic angle as well. Lot of competing interests at times we have seen flexing their muscles in their respective body, specifically the South and East China Sea. So Indian Ocean is equally can be rewarding, and which remains to be explored to its true potential. And Samudrayaan is going to be the stepping stone in that mission, and to achieve that objective, Matsya 6,000 is the vehicle which is going to take that burden. So we have seen how in space technology, it's the rockets which has made the difference. PSLV, GSLV, and now you could say small satellite launch vehicles. In a similar way, this Matsya 6,000 is the backbone of Samudrayaan mission. So you should be absolutely clear that this mission is the name of a submersible vehicle which is going to bring laurels India in coming future. So this is what we had to discuss in Matsya 6,000 submersible vehicle theme, and in a way we have covered Samudrayaan basics as well, because we have seen the scrabble for Arctic taking place, ice sheet breakers, and similar themes dominating headlines in oceanic research domain. But the same thing can happen in Indian Ocean when more stakeholders vie for that economic, you could say, returns. If you have any specific doubt which you feel has not been addressed, or you have any ambiguity regarding any of this fact, you are most welcome to ask them in comment section. We will try to revert to the genuine queries. So I hope this session was once again a useful one. Keep following other lectures as well as the science and tech other lectures which have been uploaded recently, NIPA being the last video which we have covered. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.